You should all be ashamed of yourselves. Especially you, Dwayne. I would have expected this sort of film from Kevin Hart, but not you, Karen. Jack, I can't even look at you right now. Karen Gillan, hot off the heels of Doctor Who, you hit the ground running with Oculus and Guardians of the Galaxy, Infinity War, Endgame, and okay, maybe you lost your way a little bit with Selfie, but your passion projects were good and we were rooting for you. But okay, I can hold it in. I'm not going to make it personal. Let's just break it down. The leads get in trouble, blah blah blah. They find the Jumanji game in the basement. The game is an Atari console, by the way, and it's a very obvious metaphor for keeping up with the times. In the school basement. Like, how did it get there exactly? Who donates games consoles to schools? But remember how Nick Jonas got zapped into the game as a wee lad? Yeah. His dad is like an ultra creepy guy now whose house is boarded up. Like, what happened to him? Is this how every parent in Central America acts when the kid goes missing? It's not like we saw it happen or anything. Okay, so young Nick Jonas finds the game, right? And he sets it up and he starts playing. Then things start to get weird. The green orb flashes and spins, and suspicious of the noises upstairs, his dad comes in to investigate. His son is being violently absorbed into this orb and in this fantastic portal. He tries to pull him out and save him, but it's no good. His son is absorbed into the game and he disappears. Distraught and shell-shocked, the father collapses. It's hinted strongly that this sight just scrambles his brain, because why wouldn't it? So that is why he's deranged. That is why he's crazy old man Johnson. He's misunderstood. He's literally seen sights that his human intellect could not comprehend. Oh god, why do I even bother with this film? So apparently, we need to dedicate a solid 4 minutes to explaining what an avatar is and how that works. Like, the trailer for Ready Player One handled this concept pretty damn well in 1 minute and 30 seconds. You go into the game, you become that character. That's literally what playing a game is. Okay, so Rhys Derby plays, you guessed it, an overly happy and optimistic chappie who explains the mission quest. Well, he's interesting. Make a film where he's sucked into the game. Just him, because he was a big nerd and a gamer, and he found the game in a vintage arcade shop. A little bit like Gremlins. So he's more than happy about being in the game, because he just wants to explore and adventure in this world. Look, keep the Avatar characters, like Dr. Bravestone and Ruby Rocket, but now they have to stop him from going into booby traps and get him to stay on track, because he's the chosen one, and he has to complete the game, but he just wants to sort of muck around and have fun. But instead of them trying to discover themselves and free out of the game or whatever, they're tasked with him. It's a bit of a Rugrats the movie situation, but instead of a baby, it's Rhys Darby, and they have to sort of toe the line with him because he's the chosen one. It's kind of as if in Harry Potter, Neville Longbottom was legitimately the chosen one, but Harry and co are still there, and they just kind of have to stop him from messing up and mucking about, basically. And maybe at one point they try and trick him just to kind of get him to speed up a little bit, and maybe they try and trick him and stuff, but they wouldn't have that stupid betrayal thing that lie revealed or whatever. He just turned around to him and be like, look guys, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Okay, so the film at the current is broken up like a game, and the levels include run away from hippos, run away from men with knives, run away from men with knives through a bazaar, then run through a cave under the bazaar, watch out for booby traps. Side note, who puts traps in this cave? Did the game do it to stop people from cheating? Because conveniently, when our cast need to leave the bazaar whilst they're being pursued, this is their only safe option. It's almost as if the screenwriters used it for some cheap gags or something. One of the missions is sneak into a hangar guarded by 2 men. You've already killed off a dozen, but now these 2 need to be distracted really, really badly. And finally, run away from jaguars. Oh, the jaguars. Okay, prepare yourselves, everyone. This one really ground my chuff. When the jaguars appear, one of the girls says, oh shit, leopards.
Oh my god, cheetahs aa rahe hain.
Just so Kevin Hart can correct her and dramatically say, no, jaguars.
Oh, jaguars.
Like, okay, benefit of the doubt, BOTD. She's meant to be a bit dumb. And don't get me wrong, if you put both in front of me, I probably couldn't tell the difference right away between a leopard and a jaguar, but are you telling me leopard is the first thing you thought of when you saw jaguar? They were literally in front of a giant jaguar statue! Third suggestion on how to save this film, just don't make it. Why are all the main cast in vintage 1930s adventurer gear and the goons are like modern commandos? Oh, and don't forget the scene where the boys have to teach the girls how to pee as men. And Jack Black teaching Karen Gillan how to flirt. Scene, it's fun, but it's regressive as fuck. And I'm sorry, did the fucking naughties call? Like, what is this? Get this off my screen. Just get it off. Oh, and no, lest we forget the C plot where Fridge, which, by the way, it's never explained why he's called Fridge, is mad at Dwayne for getting him kicked off the team when he asked Dwayne to do his homework, and Dwayne accidentally used the same lines as a past paper. Like, it didn't look like Dwayne did this on purpose. Dwayne had motivation to do it. Like, he's a nerd, right? And Fridge was making fun of him for being a loser, but then also wanted him to help him with his homework. So Dwayne had all the motive to be like, well, yeah, I'll help you with your homework. Because you call me a loser, I'm just gonna flunk your homework. I'm gonna mess it up for you. But he didn't. He just sort of did it accidentally. You know what? I don't even care. I wish he did it on purpose. Not because it would have made more sense, which it would have, but just so his character could have a consequence-free death, and this film would end quicker. Instead of him just squabbling on the cliff and shoving one off just to be like, oh no, we wasted a life. So the MacGuffin, Jaguar Crystal, is put in their satchel during an intense chase scene, and when the scene ends, Kevin Hart looks in his bag and says, whoopsie daisy, I dropped it.
I dropped the jewel.
And we just have to take his word for it. Are you telling me it is cheaper to pay Kevin Hart to stay an extra half hour, no, 10 minutes, to look in his bag and record the line, I dropped the gem, than to just film a gem falling out of the bag? You wouldn't even need any actors. You did all the missions, and put the gem in place? Well, don't forget to shout Jumanji. Jumanji! Won't work unless you shout Jumanji. They play this off as a motivational moment of friendship, but wouldn't it be just be a bit awkward if it was just one person, right? You know, you just kind of up there by yourself, you're like, Jumanji. Also, did they all have to shout it at the same time, or if one of them doesn't hear it right away, would it still count? And also, they didn't play the song once until the credits. It's literally called Welcome to the Jungle. What else? It's a wreck. What else? So Nick Jonas has this little base set up, and one of the logs, there's some writing which leads Alan Parrish was here, and one of them asks, who's that? And Jonas shrugs it off. He says, I don't know who Alan Parrish is. It's his house. I'm just living in it. It's like, what, is Robin Williams' franchise and you're just acting in it? Is that what you mean, Nick? Is it? And they did the sequel, which I haven't even seen, I'm not going to talk about, but then I suppose 3-Manji, or technically 5-Manji, if you include Zathura, is going to be an Assassin's Creed mess, where technology has advanced so far that we can all go into the world, but the technology is too much, the world actually comes to us, and the heroes go back into their avatar states to fight beasties in real life, but we introduce different games, like a Western world and a space world, and each of these has to go into a different genre for reasons, and it'll end with each character trapped in a different game genre, like in Wreck-It Ralph, and the studio will just convince us that we want more, and then the leads will pull out of this dying franchise, and the spin-off film will centre on the origins of the Jumanji game, and this film will be set in like Egypt or something, and in the end a young Robin Williams will be digitally resurrected a la Peter Cushing in Rogue One. It'll make $28 million.